What the hell is even that?
That thing? Hexmark Destroyer.
The heck?
The Hexmarks were once conscious deathmarks who fell for annihilated madness and heavily modified themselves as 6 deadly weaponized arms. Necrons usually wish to regain back to their flesh, right? Unlike those Hexmarks, they want to cleanse every existing living organism of the universe. Not a single flesh could ditch their targets when stand in their sight, including us. Since they have an ultimate contradiction against most Necrons' beliefs, so they are considered as a serious threat and untrustworthy to their own kind. But they're still useful against other kinds, that's why we are seeing one now. For now, let's keep moving so we don't get caught.
Hello guys! Welcome back again on Pumpkinum channel. Since I left a short for everyone to guess my upcoming project, and we actually got the winner, and it is a Hexmark 9296. Hooray! So we're going to do a painting tutorial of Hexmark in my style. Without further ado, let's hop into the content. Before we go, I need to prepare the supplies first. Excuse me, sir. I'm here to take my paints.
You'll come again.
Why, thank you. See ya. And these are the list I'm going to use today. Phew! Finally at my desk. I just got double Hexmarks to get done. So, I did some research about Necrons and have learned that the fraction contains at least 6 main dynasties. These dynasties basically are distinguishable matter of family, tradition, and culture. I guess it's similar to how chapter works with Space Marine. Anyway, the color scheme I'm using today is based on Zircon Dynasty. Their main scheme is bronze with greenish power sauce. The Zircon actually named after their late silent king, Serac. Today's technique I'm using is called TMM, which stands for True Metallic Material. I first primed the minis with black spray. You can use any brand you like. I started to apply Balthazar Gold on the body as the base color. Then I used Reclaimed Flesh Shade to create depth and darken the panel line. Don't forget to let them sit a bit to let dry, or else you get the color stain. Unless you'd like to. I used Rune Wrought Brass to highlight the convex area, especially the area facing the light source, plus edge highlight. You can now see the difference. It's the power of highlight. I noticed these dynasty shoulders pads are lighter than the body. It looks a little silverish scheme, but still giving brownish undertone, which harmonizes with brass. So I used Rune Wrought Brass as their base with Reclaimed Flesh Shade and highlight with Canoptech Alloy. I used Lead Belcher for silver joint base, followed by Neon Oil and Rune Fang Steel to make the parts shiny. I tried to use grayscale on the black parts, and let's say it didn't work out. It looks more like a metal enamel. I don't know, it just didn't work out for me. And since I have no idea at the moment, so I primed in black again and skipped this step for a moment. I decided to do the tubes with greenish tone like the box art. I used black-green as base color, then I lightened up some of the tube parts to prepare to the next step. I apply deep green on the white parts I've applied earlier, and I repeat the step with fluorescent green and bile, respectively. The face of Sakura appears to be white, so I wouldn't recommend using pure white as the base because that will make the object flat. What I'm going to do is to apply basalt gray as the base, then follow with cold white to create dimension of the object. While painting the face, I finally have an idea about the black parts. I used Dark Reaper and Glacier Blue so that the colors allow black parts to reveal its shape without pressing black property. Still looks black, right? I am so happy I fixed the problem. Anyway, I also applied the same green technique to the rest of the OSL parts. Oh, and I also did edge highlighting on the black parts with Glacier Blue. You can now notice the difference. I used foam board to make a panel brick with a pen and a ruler. I measure each brick with 3mm by 5mm and create depth with pressure of the pen. Then I roll a ball of foil onto the surface of the foam to create texture. After that, I cut pre-made brick into pieces and glue them onto the base with hot glue, then prime these bricks with black primer. I apply 1x2 parts of latex glue and water onto the base and dip the whole base into a container of miniature soil. I also clean other elements with wet Q-tips and brush to avoid spreaded dust. My first time using this stuff, and it's quite convenient though, recommended. I again prime the rest of the base with black primer. I started to paint the base with Nagaroth Night and Deep Purple. I then used a mixture of turquoise and Nagaroth Night to dry brush the texture. But due to the limited angle to reach, I used brush to individually paint the siren knobs instead. Then I apply Ducat Blue randomly to create surface difference. I painted brick panels with basalt gray and ice yellow with purple hue from Gloomy Violet, or you can use diluted Nagaroth Night and that would work as well. I painted the fence rune with similar scheme as the Hexmarks showed us. We saw Woodlord Brass, Argrax Earthshade, and Canoptech Alloy. I noticed these little ones, so I painted these cuties too, hehe. And it's time for the B-roll. Let's see the result. Thank you for watching. If you have any recipe you like and want to share, you can comment down below, and please don't forget to stay creative. Bye bye!